Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number 640 flush bolt. This is shown in a 605 or polished brass finish. This is a residential style flush bolt, meaning that it's typically seen on residential doors, typically interior doors. You might have a pair of doors to a master bedroom, and the flush bolts would be installed on the inactive wood door, and this would be appropriate in that sort of application. And that is what the 640 is. This is a slide type flush bolt. Okay, moving that lever, or it's not a lever, but just the slide up and down, will allow you to project and retract the bolt. Okay. The 605, that actually means three things. It means that it's solid brass base material, is what that is made of. It means that it's polished brass, then with a clear lacquer, is what the 605 will mean in relation to this flush bolt. Now let's go over some dimensional properties. This is 3/4 inch wide, and it's 6 inch tall. Okay. The width, I should say the length of the portion on the top or the bottom of the door, it's about 1 inch and 5/16. Okay. As a 5/16 of an inch bolt throw. Okay, indeed. Going to be available in all of the common colors. Your brass, your bronze, your chrome, satin polished, oil rubbed bronze. One thing that sets Rockwood apart, at least in my mind, regarding finishes, is they are not only willing, but almost encouragingly desiring custom finishes. So if you needed a bunch of these in antique nickel, Rockwood's your company. They'll be happy to manufacture these in antique nickel for you. Now, there is a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure, where you'll be able to review sister-related items, really, to it, which is only the 640 RE. It's the same bolt, but it has a radiused bottom treatment, and the fact that this is 3/4 wide, will give you a 3/8 of an inch radius at the bottom. Very common that you're going to see that installed in a residential door. When the door manufacturer is making the door, they'll use that 3/4 inch diameter bit and simply route that face channel and pull the router out and not go back and square the corners, even though they will be square on the top or the bottom of the door depending on where this is installed. It's a time-saving measure, really, is what it is. Rockwood manufactures the 640 with an RE, or a radiused edge, as well. On that product brochure is also a link to some surface bolts that you will commonly see in residential applications as well. Now, speaking about mortising for this, if you were going to mortise this from the get-go, from a blank door, you've got really two preparations to consider with this sort of bolt. You're going to have what we'll call the body of the bolt, which is really everything from the underside of the plate and encompassing the entire inner workings of it, both in its length and in its width. And you would want to mortise for that portion so as not to get deeper than where that screw hole is going to be located on the inside here, but then also on the back side here. So once you have the body prepped to the depth required, plus the thickness of the plate, you would then come back and do your 3/4 by 6 inch, and then your 3/4 by whatever we said, 1 inch and 5/16 maybe, whatever that was, as your plate, the thickness of the plate as your plate prep. And then this will fit neatly right in the top corner or the bottom corner of your door. You'll pre-drill your holes. You will install it with the screws that are provided. You'll get 2 for the body, naturally, and you'll get 2 for the strike that's here, mortised to the header of a wood frame or to the floor. About 1 inch and 15/16. This is also solid brass, and about 7/8 here. And then, of course, you'll get 2 screws for that strike plate. So the mortise prep is easy. If you're going to do it by hand with a chisel, I don't recommend doing that. It's just, you might not have a router, or you might not want to take the time to create a template to prep for this via router. But certainly if you're doing a handful of these, it would be well worth the time to create the template to use a much cleaner way of prepping the door for the item. Very nice quality flush bolt from Rockwood, no doubt. And that term, nice quality, is certainly synonymous, at least in my experience, with Rockwood. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all the Rockwood products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog where you can review all things trim and auxiliary hardware from Rockwood, whose name is quite synonymous with that category of material. Obviously, flush and surface bolts, door stops, push and pull hardware. They have a very nice offering of pivots, relatively new for them, very high quality, solid brass material, finished to any architectural finish that you would like to have. Custom door pulls is another area where Rockwood excels, and actually there's a separate catalog called Architectural Door Pulls on that link to the manufacturer's page. Using Rockwood, or I should say the summary of Rockwood, when you use them you're going to experience industry-wide acceptance, industry-wide understanding of the quality and the caliber of the product line, excellent customer service, superior technical support, etc. Prompt, reliable shipping lead times. If you have any questions on the Rockwood number 640 and a 605 polished brass finish flush bolt, or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.